This is some of the worst that we are going to see. If I go over to number, let me see, 4. Looks like this river camera may have fully gone down. Could be wrong, but at least for right now, it looks like it's down. It's been down for about 30 minutes. This is the Kingston Harbor camera, which is live. So this one is updating, but this is probably almost about the worst that Kingston Harbor is going to look. Over the next hour will be basically the peak intensity when it comes to the waves and the storm surge and also the high winds. But very choppy waters out there. And again, intense conditions out there. Kingston, again, didn't really get hit hard the hardest by this hurricane. It was definitely more of western Jamaica, but nonetheless, we've had at least high-end tropical storm impacts, low-end hurricane impacts. It could have easily been a lot worse here.
Wow.
All that water is still pushing inland. I mean, storm surge is a legit concern here in Kingston over the next few hours, with storm surge being as high as 10 feet off the ground in this area. Thank you, Guzzy, for the $10 super chat. It's good to know. Thank you also, Jay, for becoming a member. Why doesn't it look that bad? Well, this is on the eastern side of the island, and the hurricane went further west. You look bottom right of your screen, that's the eye, and this is where that camera is. It's barely even in the range, really, of this hurricane. Kingston really lucked out from this hurricane. And this is still pretty bad, but this isn't. It's not as bad as it really could be. Like, this could be way worse. Hey, Ruth, for the super chat. Yeah, that's at least a view there of Melissa there from Kingston. We have a fully lost signal with the person that had the live stream going over in Montego Bay, but this is what it looked like about 10-15 minutes ago. Conditions are again deteriorating right now in Montego Bay. This is your time again to shelter. If you're currently tuning in from that area, you should be not doing what this guy's doing. You should not be walking outside with your camera because flying debris is a threat, but at least gives you an idea of how windy it is. And it's only going to get worse here over the next 20 to 30 minutes as Hurricane Melissa gets closer and closer. But it is expected, again, Melissa is expected to weaken, but I don't think it's going to really drop much in terms of intensity. It'll probably still be at least a Category 4, but if not even a low-end Cat 5 before it actually moves back into the Caribbean Sea as it eventually goes towards Cuba. I was looking at a view of the hurricane from Montego Bay not too long ago. That's what it looks like there. Hey, Jack, for the super chat. Or become a member, excuse me. Fort Myers Beach got devastated by Ian. Well, unfortunately, I do think this hurricane is going to have similar impacts to the south coast, specifically, of Jamaica. Show you guys the map here. And we've talked about this a couple times, but one of the things that did happen with this hurricane is that it directly went into the Sandals South Coast area. This is a big resort. It's called Sandals back over here in the White House and New Hope area. This is literally where the hurricane made landfall, and this is a very popular resort in southern Jamaica, and it took a direct hit from the eye and also the eye wall from Hurricane Melissa, and it's probably still going through that eye. I think the eye wall is going to pass back over it here shortly, and so they're going to get even worse impacts. Got all sorts of like villas, resort homes, all sorts of stuff on the south coast, so all those are going to be really damaged. Lots of communities too that are built into Jamaica that are also going to suffer a lot of damage as well. And there's the KFC. It seems like there's actually maybe a few KFCs here in Jamaica, but there's one over here in Black River. There's also the Black River Hospital, which I don't remember where it is on the map, but it's right along the coast. I'm trying to find where it is. But the Black River Hospital is right along the coastline, and unfortunately, it sounds like the entire facilities were substantially damaged from this hurricane. So Fortunately, a lot of damage being dealt right now to the south coast of Jamaica, and it's going to continue here over the next several hours. Hey, Panda for the super chat. What's the Waffle House index of this hurricane? It's definitely the highest level you can get to. Hey, also Larry for the super chat. Amazing watching the multi-day loop you showed. It seems like as if the hurricane made the turn, it seemed to have accelerated significantly. This is definitely accelerated a lot. Yeah, this is a full 250 frame loop, which basically begins a couple nights ago. So this was Sunday night when it begins. But yeah, it took a serious turn. It's definitely accelerated today. It was stalled last night when we were live, and it fully has turned, and now it's definitely accelerating. Look how much faster it is today. This is all today. And obviously, landfall has now happened. And Melissa's eye is beginning to get a little bit smaller. If we do a little measurement here, it's about 12, 13 miles wide. It was up to about 19 before landfall, which does indicate that it is weakening a little bit in this case. Hey, Sherry for the super chat. Also, Mix for the super chat. Top Secret. And Paige all for the super chats. Top Secret, it might just be a test or something like that. By the way, just a little off topic, but I do want to throw it out there. For those that are back in the United States, we actually have a 5% tornado risk in place across the southeast, or southern plains, I should say. This is for Beaumont, south of Shreveport, Alexandria, even down near Houston. Vince Walty, who's also inside of the Radar Omega app, is streaming this today. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. That's mainly late this afternoon. We could see a few tornadoes. Very out of nowhere, honestly. There wasn't really much of a risk of tornadoes at all, and all of a sudden we have a risk of severe weather today. So a little heads up if you're back over there in Texas or Louisiana. There's a low risk of severe weather along the East Coast and Virginia tomorrow as well. Do you think it's going to be a Cat 3 or 4 in Cuba? I think this will be at least a Cat 4. It could still be a Cat 5. Current forecast is that this will be a Cat 4 once it goes back over into the ocean after it goes through Jamaica. Again, right now it's sitting at a very intense Cat 5 still. But at some point here soon, I do expect that this hurricane will continue, to move here to the north and continue to be really strong. All right, we got a new live view. This is live again in Montego Bay. So here's another live shot. Let me go to the broadcast mode of this. I don't know how you do that again. Might have just gone down again. Yeah, actually, there's already damage. Look at this. This is back over Montego Bay. Looks like there's some sort of damage right there. Some sort of structure collapsed or something along those lines. I don't know what that is. Trying to see what that is, but it's not loading. Hey, Mackenzie, for becoming a member. Welcome to the Velocities. All right, here's the live view. Montego Beach. I don't know what that structure is, but it completely collapsed already. Well, Montego Bay is definitely getting intense right now.
Out of the fridge, that's a pork loin. I need to chop it up and then toss it.
As the eye wall approaches,
so it gets a little softer. It's pretty big, and it'll be right in front of your face. Just take it out. If you can put it on the cutting board side over here. Just put it on the stove. Thanks. Okay.
The gazebo. Gotcha. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. I have 3 hours of sleep.
Sorry, what?
I don't know how I'm even live.
Well,
it's a miracle that I even got up this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I have been sleep deprived for like 3 weeks, and
it got a little stronger.
Today did not help. I got 3 hours of sleep. No more than 3 hours of sleep.
And it took out all the cameras.
Like 12:30. Got up at like 3:30.
So we're just now gonna have to wait.
Not a good 3 hours of sleep.
Go back in when it's past because we can't see anything. And then everything that they're showing us now is like, well, I mean, this camera is still standing, but it's not going to give you much of an idea. But still, in this guy,
like signal. We'll go back to him whenever he gets a signal back.
Kind of in the middle of Jamaica, where I can't remember that name. That looks like Montego. So Montego Bay. This
hey, Mackenzie for the super chat. Just saw a video of the hospital roof is gone. Yeah,
she's
it's not good.
filming this in her cell phone. It's a white lady. Who's probably like
she's going missing.
She's at the resort. Look at that.
Too much Diet Coke has nothing to do with that.
So not only did you not
Oh, maybe
it's always
yesterday. I don't
so
know.
yummy.
I'm on my
Is it?
third Diet Coke today. I'm literally
Yeah,
just trying to stay
that's
awake.
That's okay. But this isn't quite the worst of it yet, and she still has to get through the second eye wall. So it's basically we're waiting. It's bad. And people were like, oh, it's not that bad yet. So it just made land, and it got up to the land, and it just sits there. And it sits there and sits there, and then it just goes. And then,
Once again, this is live
please
in.
don't do that. So odd.
Okay. Well, I've got one.
Turn on the audio.
Definitely odd. Very odd. Yes.
The Montego
The
Bay.
behavior of it.
Thank you, Bowen, for becoming a moderate velocity member. And Tom for the super chat. The higher elevation of Jamaica makes it so that landslides and major flooding is more of a risk. Bryce, okay, Bryce is fine. He's doing TV interviews. I could be doing TV interviews too. I got contacted by like again eight different news stations today about doing TV interviews. I'm like, I'm good. I'm way too busy. Can't even respond to the emails. It's really in the middle of being live. Like,
Shut up, Max.
working on getting this full screen, by the way. Give me like one moment.
What? God, people are dumb. Oh, like someone slamming into the back of your car. No, thank you. Jeez.
It's moving northeast at like 8 miles per hour. It'll probably be full. The eye will probably fully be offshore in about like 2 or 3 hours. If it continues its track. It's starting to turn back a little bit to the east again, so it's going more in the northeast
great.
direction.
You can wipe out the rest of the south, north, whatever. I don't even care.
I don't know how I can make this full screen without it like doing this weird thing.
You figure that out before you stream. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that's just full screen it like this.
Mm-hmm. It's not a StreamYard?
This is live again in Hurricane, or in Montego
StreamYard,
Bay.
just go like that and you can stream it. Well, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying
It looks
anymore.
like right
I just
now,
been watching this
as
and I'm
Melissa
just
approaches.
mortified, so. I'm not having a good time. I mean, there's always one tourist with a phone.
Thank you, Matt, for
Yeah.
becoming a member. Now it's back to this view. I actually liked it being widescreen. That was kind of cool. TikTok lives are going crazy right now. I bet they are. Oh, wow. That's impressive. All right, back to this view. Any reports of injuries? We've already had 8 fatalities, but that was basically prior to this making landfall.
Hmm.
Thanks, Sarah, for the $20 super chat. Thanks for covering this. Your dedication to keep people informed and save lives. What part of the island is going to get the worst of the storm surge when the back of the hurricane hits? The worst of the storm surge is going to be primarily across southern Jamaica over the next hour or two. We have very strong offshore flow still, all pushing right now into areas along the south coast of Jamaica. So it's only really going to get worse from here in terms of storm surge. But it will improve late tonight, but it's still going to be a little bit of time until we actually have any sort of major improvement in terms of, you know, just generally speaking, the actual winds and also the storm surge. The storm surge is going to be one of those threats that takes a while to actually end. Flooding risk also is going to take a while to end, especially since, like, what we saw with Bryce is, like, there's already a lot of flooded over roads. It's basically impossible to get out of Manville. But, like, we have tons of rain still left over. All this is still pushing inland. Same thing on the backside. Like, there's just so much rain that is still falling. So it's going to still be another 24 hours until we actually have almost no impacts left. But the rain obviously is a progressive thing. It's already been raining for, 24 plus hours in a lot of areas. And it's going to continue. And then on top of that, the hurricane force winds, those are going to continue probably for at least 6 more hours across most of western Jamaica. Thank you, Heather, for the $20 super chat. Not hurricane related, but we had a tornado in Pascagoula, Mississippi on Sunday, a mile from my house. Never thought in a billion years I'd see a post in Pascagoula, Mississippi. I wasn't even awake, by the way, for that. That was Riley who posted that. I didn't even, I had no clue that even happened until I woke up, which apparently I got like an alert that's supposed to wake me up, so I go live basically, but I never got it. So that was unfortunate. I would have gone live. So it looks like right now in Mandeville in Jamaica. This is Storm Chaser Tornado Pagey / Bryce Shelton, who is doing some TV interviews, but at least gives you an idea what's happening out there. He's going to be back here in a few minutes. And Treasure Beach, Jamaica, the camera is no longer able to see anything, but this is an area that we had really high winds earlier. Not sure when the camera visibility went down, but this is what it looked like basically after the fact. And then this is what it looked like during the actual hurricane itself. So that was one of the cameras that we had on earlier. Let me see if that... And here's a loop of Melissa making landfall in Jamaica over the last half hour. Got a new live stream up of what is happening currently. There's a person walking outside with an umbrella. Do you guys just see on the bottom right? There's a guy walking outside with an umbrella there, and he's still out there. What is Blood doing? Is that Bryce or is that somebody else? It can't be Bryce, is it? So he's closing the gate, apparently. Maybe this guy just works here. I don't know what this is. I think it's a hotel or something, but I don't really know. Just keeping the gate closed. Standing there. I don't know what's going on, but okay.
What are you looking at?
That's what it looks like right now in Montego Bay.
There's no potato salad in there. There's just...
It's continuing to get worse.
I don't know.
Look at all the debris on the beach there.
No.
There's a ton of debris on the beach. Hey, Ginger for the $10 super chat. Love your weather coverage. Thanks for all you do. Appreciate that. Thank you also, Kate, for the $20 super chat.
The board's off the window.
Apparently, boards just came off the windows, this guy just said. What resort is that? I think it's the Hampton Inn, I want to say. Or something like that. I think that's what I was told earlier. Thank you also, Gainer, for the $20 bet or PayPal donation, and Christine for the $20 Venmo donation. This is live on the ground footage at a hotel. I think they got stuck here in Montego Bay, which is where the eye is coming up on right now. You know, what will be interesting is if Montego Bay, if the eye goes right overhead, it'll be interesting to see if we can actually see the eye, like inside of the eye. Which is entirely possible. I don't know if we will, but like if the eye were to go right over Montego Bay, which is possible, we could actually see the eye. Which would be fascinating. I mean, that's something that is not something that you usually would see on a hurricane landfall, on at least a live stream. Thank you, Mike, for the $10 super chat. It's hard to tell at this point, Mike. Thank you also, PA, for the $5 super chat. Interesting. Yeah, this is live right now. Anybody else hear the Discord sound? I don't know why my Discord sounds are on. If anybody else thought they were on a Discord call, that is actually me. Sharks in the streets. That meme is just unbelievable, that still thing.
I can't believe those people got stuck
Currently preparing my DoorDash
in a
order,
resort.
so I'm
Oh. Oh, it. By the way, it's destroyed all the hospitals. So it just wiped out all the
Thank you,
hospitals.
Sparky, for the $10 super chat.
That
Montego Bay is
were
a huge
near the
vacation and
shore.
destination. There are a lot of people there that are
Hospitals
stuck because they
usually
cannot get a
built
flight
pretty
out. All these
sturdy.
resorts are on the beach. Many
They
are
just
scared.
wiped them out.
Well, this
So
is
if anyone
definitely,
needs
this has to be
medical
one of them.
care,
I don't really know this
they're,
person,
you
but they
know,
are live right now
the
in
hospitals are gone.
Montego
You know?
Bay, and I'm guessing they're just vacationing here and they're stuck. Hey, Stefan, for the super chat. $5 for a German beer and a better sleep. Appreciate that. Thank you also, Glennis, for the Venmo donation. Did you order KFC? No, I'm getting Wawa again. I'm getting another iced coffee. This is going to be 2 iced coffees in a day. If I sound crazy after the second iced coffee, that is why. I will probably be crazy. Do you expect any tornado warnings? Tornado warnings won't happen in Jamaica because they don't have tornado warnings technically, but there is a chance for tornado warnings in Texas and Louisiana today. Hey, William, for the super chat. There aren't any, they don't issue tornado warnings in Jamaica. At least the National Weather Service doesn't, which is what that tornado warning counters through. But I don't think Jamaica has a tornado warning system. Alright, go back to the wide view. The worst of the conditions have yet to come here from Montego Bay. Shout out to this guy, by the way, for even streaming this. This is honestly very interesting to see what's happening from a resort perspective. Apparently, so Riley is the one that's ordering my DoorDash right now. So I meet the threshold for DoorDash for not having to pay like the extra fees or whatever. He's getting me a 32-ounce iced coffee. That is going to be an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster is coming. I am going to be so hyper in a little bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, the last time I had that much iced coffee, like ever. I don't think I've ever had that much iced coffee. I'm so shocked. Already had one. It's so over. Huge shout out to Aaron with the $50 Venmo donation saying late graduation gift. Really appreciate that.